Hey students, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a mask out of recycled material that you have in your own home. So what you're going to do is find like a bandana or, this is what a bandana is, something like this, like a long piece of cloth that looks like this. And it's something old that you're not using anymore, that you won't get in trouble, with your parents by using this old material. Like here I have an old shirt that I'm not going to wear anymore. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and use the measurements from this existing mask right here, and even the measurements for the sides of the mask right here. I'm going to use those measurements for some extra string I have laying around. Now, if you don't have string laying around like this for the mask size, or here the string that connects to your ears of your mask, what you can also do is use a piece of this fabric also to complete your mask. So what I want you to do then is go to the sleeve. This is the sleeve right over here where you put your arm through. And we're going to cut out the sleeve so that that can be our template for our mask, because all the masks have the generic sizes where about the sleeve of your shirt is what covers your face, the sleeve here. So what you're going to do then is get your scissors. All you're going to need is scissors and glue for this activity. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to just use this hot glue gun to complete this task so that you guys can see it in a timely manner on the video here. So go ahead and gather those materials. Like I've said, the glue and the scissors. Those are the main things that you're going to need for this activity. Glue and scissors. All right, and then of course your cloth and some form of string to hook to your ears to create your mask. And you're gonna go ahead, once you have those materials, your sleeve or your cloth there, and your glue, you're gonna cut out the sleeve area. I'm gonna cut from the other side of the shirt so that you can make your own mask out of this here. And start up here. You're gonna cut up at the top of this sleeve to begin. All right, and the line that is already here is going to be your guide. So there's a line here. So that's how you're going to know where to cut. Okay, so you can see I'm starting. If you're having problems with your scissors being sharp enough, just take your time and go through slowly, making sure you're getting through. There you go. Just cut, cut, cut all the way to the bottom here of this sleeve. Okay, I'm almost gotten all the way to the other side here. So here's my sleeve. And like I said, don't use anything brand new. Make sure you get your parents' permission before you cut your shirt to create the mask. You don't want to get in trouble with making your mask. So now here we have the sleeve. Okay? So it's like so. And we're going to bring it over here to be just like this. Like this right here. And now what I want to do, so that the mask looks like the original template that I already had. So the mask looks like this, where, it comes around your face. What you want to do is begin to, or I'm going to cut this open here so the mask is still breathable. So the fabric is not too thick to breathe from. You don't want it to be too thick where you can't breathe while you're wearing the mask. That's not the purpose of the mask. Okay, so now I have the fabric lined out like so, or stretched out, I should say. Now what we want to do is make sure our edges of the mask are nice and clean edges. So I'm going to fold them in like so. And then I'm going to place the glue along the edges to cover that up, that part of the mask there. This part along the edges here. You want to make sure that's glued. So here's the glue. All right, I'm going to start to place that there on the edges to glue that down. And go all the way around the edge. And I'm just going to fold that edge over once I've glued it. I'm going to place the glue down just like that. So you have a fold in the mask. I don't know if you can see, but I folded the edges. Right here I folded it. And you're going to do that all the way around. All the way around here. Okay. Let's fold our edges in. And because we used a sleeve, we have a point in the top of the sleeve here, which is really good. So this like pointer area right here, that's really nice to have right there. Here we go. I'm going to put a little bit more glue here. Okay, I'm going to fold that over just like so. All right, so now we have that there. All of our tops of our edges are glued down. So now what I want you to do also is to get your string so that you can measure an existing mask as to what the length is going to be. So you can take an existing mask that you have in your home that you've been using to go out with, and you're going to begin to measure out your string to see where to cut the string. So you'll know where to glue down for your new, and then you can keep these also the same length. So the first one should be the same length as the second one. Okay. And then I'm going to cut right here. So my two straps for my mask, my two straps are going to be the same length. Just like so, because I measured them to be the same exact length. All right. And then now I can glue those to my cloth right here to wrap my ears. So when I put my mask on, I can wrap my ears in the, to cover my face up. And this is kind of large still. So what we can do is cut some of this off, cut some of the fabric that we have so that we can have these like exact measurements for our mask. So this mask here is our template, our guide. We're going to just make sure that this mat, the cloth that we're using right now, is that same size for our guide. So if we lay it down and measure it, that's how we'll see where to cut. Okay. So I'm going to fold this over on my mask here and make sure that this is the correct size that I want it to be. All right, now I'm going to cut my edges because I can see right now that this is a really large mask. If I were to put this mask on right now, it would cover all the way almost to my neck. That's how large it is. So we don't want to wear it as big as it is like this. So I'm going to trim some of the fabric off so that it's a better size. See right here, you can even take a marker to mark out how large the mask should be, like this, and to then trim it to fit your face. And depending on your face size, because everybody has a different face size, it's going to determine the length of your mask. The length is across here and the width is down here. So that's going to determine that. So let's just make sure then that we go ahead and this is my mask. So of course, if it's my face, I'm going to measure what it's supposed to be. And I'm going to have a little bit extra because I don't mind having full coverage with my mask because I don't want any germs to get through. So I'm not going to cut off a whole bunch. And I'm going to fold it here like so. And then I'm going to cut a little off the back here. And that's going to help me to not have a too big mask that's too large. Okay, so I trim those off the side. And I can always fold down even further if I want to make sure that, you know, it's not too big at the top. And then I can fold my sides in right here, like so. And then let me measure. It's still a little bit large, so I can fold these in a little bit more. And see, I don't have to, the bottom already has a hem, so I don't really have to do too much to create a hem at the bottom of the mask because it has one there. All right, so if I were to measure these, now I'm getting closer into the size that I'm looking for. So you see that these measurements are kind of starting to line up a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to begin to glue now, to glue my sides in, to glue all the more. All right, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun since I'm working kind of fast here for the sake of time. Okay. All right. There we go. I'm going to fold this one in and this one like so. All right, now I'm going to get my strings. I'm going to place my strings over here on my mask. And if I want my mask to be fancy and beautiful, I can still fold these down here to get more of a nasal pointy area here at the top. Alrighty. Just like that. And just like that. And now I'm going to put this even inside here to cover up where my straps are coming from. Right here. Put this here. And then I'm going to place this here and cover that up just like that. Bam. So I just folded down here and glued that there and then put my string here as well for the part of the mask. Now I'm going to get my other string that I measured. Here's my other string. And I'm going to glue my other piece of my mask over here at the top. Over here. Just like that. Glue that down. And then I'm going to open this back up. Well, I'll put it over here. And then now that's the entrance to this part of the mask. Okay, there we go. So now we have it where I've created my own mask. Now, if you're using the Elmer's glue, you're going to need to leave more time for your piece to glue. If you're using the hot glue gun, which you probably shouldn't be using unless you have parent supervision, then you will have to, your mask will be made a lot quicker. But you still have to be careful so that you don't burn your fingers. Like I said, parent supervision if you're using the hot glue gun. Now, at the bottom of my mask, I'm going to do some more measuring. Measuring is key. I can fold this piece in right here to cover up the strings of where the mask is created. And then the mask will be just like so. So I can even go ahead and cover that up there. So it'll look like a mask that was done at the store. Just like that. And fold this over here. And there we go. So, this is the mask. Here's your mask. See? Voila. Then you've created your own mask using recycled materials that you found in your house. Now give your mask some time to dry though. You really want to give your mask time to dry. And then also if you want to decorate your mask some more, you can do so by designing the front of the mask right over here. You can put your name here at the front or design the mask however you like in the front with maybe some bejeweled things like that. Thank you. If you have any questions, of course, email me or respond to this quick tutorial. And thanks.